On that day, Catarina also visited the garden, and for her, farming had become a newfound interest.
Catarina encountered some challenges with her farming.
元気出して姉さん。ほら、立ってください。姉さんのことはご心配なく、ジオルド様。それに毎日のように出向いていただかなくても結構ですよ。
君の方こそいつもべったりカタリナにくっついていなくても良いのですよ、キース。
Catarina was invited to attend a noble tea party, but because she lacked the elegance expected of a noble, her father wished for Keith to accompany her.
姉さんと一緒なら喜んでいきます。
ありがとう、助かるな。
あれ？私が姉なのにキースに付き添われないとダメな子になってない？
So, Catarina and Keith attended the tea party together.
They met a shy girl named Mary. Catarina couldn't stand the noble gathering, but the desserts were delicious.
Keith saw through Catarina's intention to take some treats home with her. She had no choice but to eat more. Soon, she developed a stomachache and had to visit the restroom. The beautiful rose garden attracted Catarina. And upon seeing Mary there, Catarina praised the garden's beauty and requested to meet the garden's caretaker. Learning that Mary was responsible for the garden, Catarina excitedly asked for gardening tips. Consequently, Catarina invited Mary to her home to study planting. Mary came to Catarina's house as planned.
Mary also brought a book about gardening with her.
With their efforts, the garden quickly thrived. Catarina praised Mary for having a green thumb. Catarina and Mary became very good friends. It was revealed that Mary was the child of a second wife, which made her feel inferior. After her mother's death, she became even more isolated, but after interacting with Catarina, she became more cheerful. Mary and Prince Alan were engaged, and in the game, Mary was a love rival to the female protagonist.
Unlike Catarina, Mary's story ended with her withdrawing or ending up with Alan.
In the game, the one who praised Mary had a green thumb is Alan. The story was thus undergoing changes.
緑の手のこととか言わなかったのかな？まあ、カタリナ様、もしかしてお聞きになったのですか？ということは言われたのね。そうなのね。はい。カタリナ様に言っていただいたことをアラン様にお話ししましたの。
Prince Alan unexpectedly visited. He asked Catarina to stop seducing Mary.
Alan was unhappy with Mary frequently mentioning Catarina. Alan believed that Catarina used sweet words to enchant Mary. Catarina countered by suggesting that the prince lacked charm, which infuriated Alan. He proposed a duel.
Catarina chose to compete in her best skill, tree climbing. She scaled the tree like a gecko and remained undefeated throughout the day.
Alan couldn't defeat the Monkey King Catarina even by evening.
From that day on, Alan frequently challenged Catarina to duels. And they eventually became friends. One day, Shidō also visited and suggested that Alan should give up, as he had never won a duel against Catarina.
However, Alan refused to surrender.
Catarina suggested changing the dueling opponent because she had been scolded by her mother.
Shidō was surprised that Catarina could play the piano, and Alan's piano music moved everyone present.
Shidō also thought Alan had remarkable piano skills. However, Alan was angry because he had always been compared to his twin brother, Shidō, who was considered perfect and he didn't possess any skills that could be called remarkable.
Catarina didn't believe Shidō was perfect and began revealing Shidō's weaknesses.
あれってなんだ？カタリナ、どこですか？
来ましたわ。こっちへ。
おい！
あれとはあれよ。ジオルド様はヘビが苦手なんです。
ヘビ？
She had been searching for Shidō's weaknesses. Now, she felt her chances of survival had greatly improved.
まさか婚約者にこんなものを投げつけたりはしないですよね。木登りやおもちゃのことをクラエス夫人にお話ししなければ。